It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from the Garden Brewery, based in Zagreb, Croatia. And this is a can of their Imperial Hazelnut and Toffee Stout. This is coming in at 9.2% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. There's a look at the label. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. I'm looking forward to this one. A few months ago, when we were running the Stone Crow and we were interviewing brewers from all around Europe and the world, the lovely people from the Garden Brewery tuned in on a Tuesday night one evening, and we drank like a full range of their beers, and we finished up on this one. And it was fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. So we got a 1 to 2 finger tan coloured head. It's a jet black beer in the glass. Good levels of carbonation. Look at that. A well behaved Imperial Stout at 9.2% ABV. No light bleeding through whatsoever. Jet black. The perfect looking Imperial Stout. Let's get the aroma. Oh, yeah. Just loads of hazelnut and toffee. But it's really chocolatey as well. Really chocolatey. And you get some of the roasted malt as well. But for me, the main aroma of this beer is definitely going to be like hot chocolate, like cocoa. Your hot chocolate on a Friday night before you go to bed, or maybe a Monday night, maybe not a Friday night. Smells good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Oh, really tasty. I need to mention that this beer was sent to us by our fantastic channel sponsor, beersofeurope.co.uk. Beersofeurope.co.uk, the largest online beer store in the UK, with a fantastic range of beer from all over the world. Literally, if you want to taste the beer from Zagreb in Croatia, go to their website. German beer, Belgian beer, French beer, Australian beer, beer from everywhere, lots and lots of beer from the UK. Beers of Europe, one of my favourite, if not my favourite online beer shop, because you can get some crackers, absolute crackers on their website. But this is, it's really interesting. It's a really interesting brew because it's got a lovely, calming, chocolatey, rich, medium mouthfeel. A little bit of carbonation pushes the beer around the inside of the mouth, but it's almost like an alcoholic, cold brewed coffee with hazelnut and chocolate in it. It's definitely brewed with oats as well. You got that kind of creamy, oaty. Oh, blimey, I can hear the road sweeper. We haven't had a road sweeper down this end of town all year. It's now July. And he haven't come up as far as... he's come up so far and he's turned around and gone again. He's like, oh, I'm not cleaning up there. I literally do it myself. Anyway, that was a celebration that the road sweeper came to the good old East End of Barry for the first time in 6 months, and he couldn't even be bothered to come all the way. They're not road sweepers these days, or they sit on a blooming machine with spinning brushes on the front and drive up the street. It's not proper road sweeping. Back in the day when they had them good old ad brushes. Remember Trigger from Only Fools and Horses? Anyway, back to this. I think this is being brewed for the Croatian market. When I was in Croatia, I went to Split with the fantastic Lab Split Craft Brewery. We brewed a collaboration, Simon's Engine Oil Stout, which was brilliant. But when I was in Croatia, I talked to them about the climate there. I talked to them about the weather. And they said, yeah, it's brilliant. 30 to 40 in the summer, all summer long. And then in the winter, it doesn't go below 6. They never have any frost, any freezing. It's more or less lovely there all year round. And they only have it down to 6 for a couple of months of the year. And then it's back up into the lovely kind of warm temperatures. So for a generally warm country, this has been brewed for that market, definitely. It's got a nice mouthfeel. It's got a medium kind of rich mouthfeel, but at the same time it's very drinkable. It's very refreshing for an Imperial Stout. And I think that's been brewed because of the climate in Croatia. The heat. You don't want to be drinking a big, thick, massive, gloopy, fat Imperial Stout. You'd never get round to it if it was 30 degrees. You just wouldn't want to buy it. But then again, people drink red wine all of the time, don't they? At room temperature. Not much to really read and say about this beer on the side of the can. It has been brewed with lactose, not oats. Torrefied wheat, chocolate malt, aromatic malt, Munich malt, crystal T50, dark crystal, rolled oats, hops, Columbus, yeast, AY4, adjuncts of lactose, cocoa powder. You definitely taste the cocoa powder, there's no hiding behind that. Cacao nibs, hazelnut and toffee. So rating for this then, it's a very, very nice Imperial Stout from the Garden Brewery based out of Croatia. I'd say they've done fantastically well, the Garden Brewery, to export their beer all over the world really. If you have a look at the side of their can, there's Japanese on here, all sorts of different languages, all the way down the side of that can, look. So they've done really well in exporting their beer around the world. But I'm ready to rate it. Looks good, smells good, tastes good. If there was any improvement on the beer, I'd say drop the lactose, maybe add more oats, make it more creamy by using oats. But that's my personal kind of preference for the beer. That's what I like in a beer, more of a creamy Imperial Stout. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!